Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the class this evening. The focus of today's class will be backbends. So if you'd like to start in the opening Shavasana, lying back onto your mats, feet out to the edge of your mat as you gently lie back, drawing your arms away from your body. Your palms are facing upwards. Gently bringing your eyes to close as you arrive on your mat for your practice this evening. Letting go of your day. Putting all your worries aside for the next hour as you focus on your practice. Inhaling from the bottom of your belly, filling your chest. Exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly. Inhaling, filling your belly as your breath rises into your chest. Exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly. Connect to your breath as we move into silence, adding length and control to your breathing. Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently moving your head from side to side. Keeping your legs extended, joining your heels on your mat, pointing your toes, and inhaling as you raise your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch, and exhale, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Keeping your eyes closed, gently make your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Drawing your hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. Bowing your head towards your hands. Open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's warm-up, place the palms of your hands on the tops of your shoulders and just gently make forward circular motions with your elbows, gradually making the circles wider, and the other direction, gradually making the circles wider, connecting to your breath, and exhale, release, dropping your hands back down. From here, gently moving into gate pose. So if you'd like to make your way to a kneeling position on your mat, and shift your right leg straight out to the side with your toes facing forward, placing your left hand flat on your mat beside your left knee, and inhale, raise your right arm over your head as you spiral your chest towards the sky, engaging your right foot on your mat and reaching out through your fingertips. And on an inhale, gently come up, placing your right hand on your right knee and inhaling, raising your left arm over your head, folding a little bit out to the right, engaging your left knee on your mat as you reach out through your fingertips. And exhale, release, dropping that left hand back down and raising your right arm over your head as you spiral your chest towards the sky. Connect to your breath. And on an inhale, gently come up. Step your right foot in. And this time, shifting your left leg out to the side with your toes facing forward. Gently dropping your right hand to your mat and raising your left arm over your head. Reaching out through your left fingertips as you spiral your chest towards the sky. On an inhale, gently come up, placing your left hand on your left knee, and inhale, raise your right arm over your head. reaching out through your right fingertips. And exhale, release, dropping your right hand to your mat and raising your left arm over your head. Keeping your left foot engaged on your mat as you reach out through your left fingertips. And inhale, gently come up, joining your knees together. And from here, sweeping your legs behind you, coming into tabletop. We'll move into some cat-cows. So on an inhale, lifting your spine as you drop your tailbone and draw your chin towards your chest. Exhale, dropping your belly as you lift your tailbone, opening your chest. Inhale, spine up, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, drawing your chin towards your chest. And exhale, belly down, lifting your tailbone, opening your chest. And exhale, release, coming back to a neutral spine. We're now going to gently warm up the hips. So keeping your right knee bent, raise your right knee off your mat and make circular motions with your knee, working into your hip and the other direction, gradually making the circles wider. And exhale, release your knee back down. Repeat that on the other side, so lifting your left knee off your mat and making circular motions with your knee, gradually making the circles wider. And the other direction, feeling a nice opening in your hips. And exhale, release your knee back down. Moving into Superman pose. So extending your left leg straight out behind you, extending your right arm out in front of you, and gently lifting your left leg off your mat, pointing your left toes, drawing your belly button towards your spine. And exhale, release, dropping your hand and knee back down. This time extending your right leg straight out behind you, your left arm out in front of you, and raising your right foot off your mat, pointing your right toes, drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core, connecting to your breath, and exhale, release, dropping your knee and hand back down. And from here, moving into extended child's pose by joining your big toes, shifting your knees out to the edge of your mat as you sit your bum towards your heels, melting your chest and forehead towards your mat. Connecting to your breath here, deeply inhaling, controlled exhales, and gently moving back up to tabletop, and from tabletop, tucking your toes and gently lifting your hips as we move into the first downward dog of class. Pedaling your feet to stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Being gentle with your body. Making baby steps, mindfully walk your feet towards your hands at the front of your mat. keeping your knees bent. Fold your upper body over your knees. Grabbing opposite elbows with your hands. Resting your belly on your thighs. Allowing your elbows and the crown of your head to become heavy. And on an inhale, gently making your way to a standing position at the front of your mat. Preparing in mountain pose for the sun salutations. Standing up tall, connecting to your breath. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Lower your knees and keeping your hips in the air, bend your elbows to lower your chest and chin towards your mat. Inhale, sliding your chest forward, keeping your elbows bent, coming into low cobra. And exhale, moving through tabletop and lifting your hips as we come into downward facing dog. Engaging all 10 fingers on your mat as you draw your heels towards your mat and lift your sit bones towards the ceiling, connecting to your breath. Looking between your palms, inhale, stepping your feet forward, coming into a halfway lift, hands on your shins as you open your chest. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. And exhale, release your hands back down. The second sun salutation A. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping back into plank pose. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here for 5 breaths. As you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. Deeply inhaling, controlling your exhales. Looking between your palms, inhale, stepping your feet forward into a halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, raising your arms, joining your palms above your head. looking towards your thumbs. And exhale, release your hands back down. Sun salutation B. Inhale, bend your knees, sweeping your fingers along your mat, raising your arms. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping back into plank. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your palms. Your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged as you raise your arms. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together to give you balance. And exhale, releasing your hands back down to your mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Inhale, step your left foot between your palms. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged. Raising your arms, warrior one. Imagining those inner thighs are hugging together. And exhale, release, dropping your hands back down as you step your left foot back. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward dog. Connecting to your breath. Deeply inhaling. Controlling your exhales. Looking between your palms. Inhale, stepping your feet forward, coming into a halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers as you raise your arms. And exhale, release, coming to a standing position. Recognize the heat in your body as we move into the standing asanas. Stepping your feet wide apart, with your feet facing forward. Starting off with triangle pose, so turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. Inhaling, leaning out your right hand side, and exhale, folding over that right knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin or ankle as you raise your left arm towards the sky. You can look towards your left thumb, pressing down into both your feet, your foundation, Drawing your belly button towards your spine. And inhale, gently coming up, turning your right heel in. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. Inhaling, leaning over to your left-hand side, and exhale, folding over that left knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin, or ankle as you raise your right arm towards the sky. Pressing down into both your feet, drawing your belly button towards your spine, and connecting to your breath. And on an inhale, gently coming up, turning your left heel in. Triangle pose, turning your right foot, side angle pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, and bending into your right knee, so your ankle and knee is in line, placing your right forearm on top of your right knee, and raising your left arm over your head as you spiral your chest towards the sky. Keeping integrity in the posture, keeping that chest open, connecting to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your right heel in. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees. Bending into your left knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. Placing your left forearm on your left knee and raise your right arm over your head. Spiraling your chest towards the sky. Pressing down into both your feet, your foundation, as you reach out through your fingertips. Connect to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your left heel in. Warrior two pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, bending into your right knee, so your ankle and knee is in line, raising your arms to shoulder level, and turning your head to focus your gaze over your right middle finger, keeping a nice bend into that right knee as you press down into both your feet and reach out through your fingertips. And inhale, gently come up, turn your right heel in. Turn your left foot out 90 degrees, bending into your left knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. Raising your arms to shoulder level and turning your head to focus your gaze over your left middle finger. Feeling your entire body in the posture. Connecting to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your left heel in. Take a deep breath. From here, moving into a wide-legged forward fold. So both your feet are facing forward. Your legs are as straight as possible. Placing your hands on your hips. Inhaling, opening your chest. And on an exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees, allowing the crown of your head to drop towards the floor. Staying here for 5 breaths. And on an inhale, gently coming up and joining your feet together. Moving into tree pose. So starting on the right leg first, grounding down into your right foot and picking a spot on the wall for balance. Raise your left leg and place it against the inner side of your right thigh, allowing your left hip to open out. From here, placing your hands together at heart center or raising your arms over your head. Connecting to your breath. Grounding down into that right leg, lifting out of your hips and energy through the crown of your head. And exhale, release, closing your left hip, extending your left leg. Repeating that on the other side, so grounding down into your left foot and gently raising your right leg, placing your foot against the inner side of your left thigh, allowing your right hip to open out, placing your hands together at heart center or raising your arms over your head, grounding down into that left leg, connecting to your breath, and exhale, release, closing your right leg, extending your leg, and making your way to the front of your mats. You can choose to move your mats or your cameras. I'll be cueing the remaining positions from here. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms, pressing your knees together, drawing your belly towards your spine. As you reach out through your fingertips, connect to your breath. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your palms. Your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged. Join your hands together at heart center and hook your left elbow across your right knee, coming into a twist. Grounding down into both your feet. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, framing your right foot with your hands, and step your right foot back to meet your left foot, lifting your hips, coming into downward dog. Inhale, step your left foot between your palms, your left ankle and knee is in line, your right leg is straight and engaged, drawing your hands together at heart center, hooking your right elbow across your left knee as you twist out to the left. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, framing your left foot with your hands, stepping your left foot back to meet your right foot, and dropping your knees, moving into extended child's pose. Sitting your bum towards your heels, surrendering your chest and forehead towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. When you're ready and taking your time, make your way to a lying down position on your mat with your belly resting on your mat. We'll move into our back bends. So placing the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your chest. Your elbows are nice and bent and tight to your body. On an inhale, pressing into our hands to lift our chest off the floor. Allow your spine to do the work as you hug your elbows towards your body. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, allowing your forehead to drop towards your mat. Moving into locust pose. So again, lying on our bellies, this time placing your hands flat on your mat beside your hips. Joining your big toes together on your mat and rolling your thighs inwards. From here, gently lifting your legs off your mat and lifting your chest, coming into locust. Connect to your breath here. Energy through the crown of your head. And exhale, release, dropping your feet and head back down. Take a few deep breaths. We'll now move into bow pose. So again, there's the option to do locust, or you can bend your knees and draw your heels towards your sit bones. Grabbing the outer edge of your feet with your hands, just remaining here, preparing for the posture. Lifting your knees off your mat as you press your hips into your mat. And now pressing your feet against your hands as you lift your chest, coming into bow pose. Continuing to press your feet against your hands and pulling back with your hands. And exhale, release. Releasing your legs. Lowering your right cheek towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. From here, we're moving to bridge pose. So if you'd like to now lie onto your backs. Bending your knees to draw your heels towards your sit bones. Placing the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your hips. On an inhale, pressing into your feet to lift your hips off the floor and allowing each vertebrae to lift off your mat as you lift your chest. You can tuck your shoulder blades underneath your body to add more length to your chest. And from here, you can interlock your fingers and press your hands towards your heels. Focusing on lifting your hips, lifting your chest, connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, dropping your hips back down. Take a deep breath. We'll now move into the peak posture of class, which is camel. So I'm pretty sure everyone has done this before at the class, but I'll just demonstrate the easiest version. So coming to a kneeling position on your mat. The alignment is really important to allow you to get as much length in your spine. So press the tops of your feet and knees into your mat, rolling your thighs inwards. From here, pressing your hips forward to the front of the room, keeping those hips forward, placing your hands on your lower back and allowing your back to release, feeling each vertebrae. And staying here for 5 breaths. Deeply inhaling into your lungs. And when you're ready, you can exhale and gently sit your bum towards your heels, coming into child's pose for a nice counter posture. When you're ready, you can come back to a kneeling position. So again, you can come into the previous version with your hands on your lower back, or you can shift your hips to the front of the room and lower your spine, releasing your spine back, placing one hand on your heel and your left hand on your other heel. In whichever version you're in, focus on pressing your hips towards the front of the room. Allowing your back to release. It's really important to connect to your breath. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. And when you've done 5 breaths, gently release and come back into child's pose. Staying in child's pose for 5 long breaths. And now we'll gently move into shoulder stand. So lying back onto your mats, you can hug your knees towards your chest and stay here. You can stay here for 10 breaths. It's a nice restorative posture. You don't always need to do shoulder stand. But if you'd like to do shoulder stand, you can roll back onto your shoulders and lift your feet towards the ceiling, keeping your legs as straight as possible and pointing your toes. Connecting to your breath here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. You can even close your eyes. You can stay here in shoulder stand, or there's the option to come into Halasana by keeping your legs as straight as possible, dropping your feet in behind your head. If your feet are still in the air, keep your hands on your lower back for support, or you can drop your feet in behind your head. From here, you can interlock your fingers and press your hands away from your body. Again, in this posture, it's really nice to close the eyes and draw inwards. Connecting to your breath. Only if it's accessible, you can bend your knees and hug your knees towards your ears, blocking out the sound. And gently you can release, keeping your knees bent and rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your spine, hips, and feet to your mat. Before we move into the closing Shavasana, we'll gently do a counter posture for the back bends. So it's just going to be a passive forward fold. So extending your legs in front of you. You can keep a slight micro bend in your knees and just fold forward, allowing your spine to curve naturally. It's just nice to release your back after all the back bends. Connect to your breath. And gently release, making your way into your closing Shavasana. Drawing your feet out to the edge of your mat. Gently lying back. Drawing your arms away from your body. With your palms facing upwards. Gently bringing your eyes to close. Giving yourself permission to relax and switch off for the next 10 minutes. You can repeat out loud or just in your head, I choose to relax. Allowing yourself to shut yourself off from all your worries. I'll now guide you through the closing Shavasana. Choose this 10 minutes to relax. Relax your toes. Relax the soles of your feet. Relax your heels. Relax your ankles, calves, the backs of your knees. Relax your hamstrings. Relax your hips. Relax your fingers. Palms of your hands. Your wrists. Forearms. Elbows. Upper arms. Your shoulders. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Relaxing each vertebrae as you work your way up. Your mid back, upper back, relaxing your neck, relax the back of your head. Relax your jaw, relax your tongue, feel your thumb fall away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips, feeling them slightly apart. Relax the space around your eyes. Relax your eyes, feeling them draw towards the back of your head. Relax your eyebrows. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Soften your forehead. Relax every single hair on the top of your head. Relax your entire body, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Relax, relax, relax. We will now move into silence for the next few minutes. If your mind begins to wander, just bring it back to your breath. Following your inhales and exhales. Gently bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet, moving your head from side to side, keeping your legs extended. Join your heels on your mat and reach your arms over your head. And exhale, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Gently, keeping your eyes closed, make your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Drawing your hands together at heart center, taking a moment to thank yourself for the last hour that you dedicated to yourself, rubbing your hands together, creating heat, creating energy, placing the palms of your hands over your eyes, blinking your eyes open to the darkness of your palms as you draw your hands away to the light. Namaste. Thanks very much. Thanks, guys.